board organizational meeting. Whatever. And the first thing on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. You want to do the roll call? So Commissioner LaHaye,
Here.
Commissioner Osmer,
Here.
Commissioner Lalone,
Here.
Commissioner Peterson,
Here.
Commissioner Fournier,
Here.
Commissioner Francisco,
Here.
Commissioner Konashevsky,
Here.
Commissioner Kozlowski.
Here.
Then we'll need a motion to adopt the agenda. I'll make that motion.
Support.
I would ask that we amend the agenda to pull number 12 from appointment various committees for discussion or we adopt what's members.
Which one are you saying, Jeff? Guys?
What's 12?
Appointment of various committees rather than the appointment be it'd be pulled for reconsideration.
See.
This one? You want to pull it off the agenda or?
Just, I want clarification. Is it basically the appointment of various committees, it's an up or down vote then, or is it for discussion? Or,
It's just as a.
okay, just the wording wasn't, okay, I just want to make sure. All right, I retract.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. Now we have public comment. So if there's anybody in the room that would like to speak at public comment, state your name and address, and there's a 3-minute time limit. Nope. Don't, is there anybody on Zoom that's? Okay, so we close the public comment and then now we need nominations for the board chair.
Yeah, I'd like to.
nominate John Kozlowski.
Got a little statement too. I'd like to make a nomination, but I'd like to
Okay.
thank all the elected officials, department heads, the employees, and especially Mary Catherine for the hard work in 2023. Moving forward, 2024 is shaping up to be another difficult year for budget. But losing our county administrator, it will require all commissioners to step forward and cover Mary Catherine's duty till a replacement is found. That's why I'm nominating Bert Francisco for the board chair. He has the time, energy, and experience to lead the county forward in 2024.
Any more nominations? We have the motion to close nominations.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support. All in favor?
I
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. And then, you have the slips to write, it has to be a written vote, so, between, Commissioner Kozlowski and Commissioner Francisco.
Interrupt your voting.
Okay, so the votes are 5-3 for Commissioner Kozlowski. You're on. Thank you.
See you. Over there.
Have fun.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity and well, it definitely will be a challenge, your bill. And hopefully, as you said, all of the commissioners will be able to step up and help out where necessary. So moving along, the next item on the agenda is an election for or nomination for the.
Motion. You got to
Oh,
destroy the ballot.
Sorry. Yep.
I'll make that motion to destroy the ballots.
Okay, we have a motion and a second by Commissioner, motion by Commissioner Karaszewski, second by Commissioner Osmer. Is that correct? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Now. On to. Moving on to the nomination for vice chair. Do you have any nominations for vice chair?
Nominate Bert for vice chair.
Nomination. Do you have any other nominations for vice chair?
Chairman, I move that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot.
Okay. If no other nominations, we have a motion to close ballots with the nomination for vice chair is Bert Francisco. Is there any discussion? Do we have support for the motion?
I'll support.
Support. Okay, so we have a motion and support. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, vice chair. So with the appointment of the various committees, obviously I didn't know. I mean, I had mentioned that I would do this, but I do not have any information right now with the different committees. I would like to be able to review all the information that was turned in, and then what I would do is then review that and put that information out, and then we will go from there. I know we do have a animal control meeting tomorrow. So if there's no objections, I'd like that to be the same with Brenda, myself, and Bart, if you guys are still good with that. The only thing that I would recommend or suggest is that Brenda take the chair on that, just because I don't know if I want to be the chair on all the other things that I'm on now. So if you guys are good with that, we'll move forward with that. Any comments on that?
Second one is landfill. We got our organization meeting Friday.
Okay,
So
well, and I think too, I think you've been on that for a number of years, and I'd be comfortable with you staying on that as well.
that's Bert. He's on there too. Okay.
So just the two of you are on
Yeah,
those?
yeah.
Okay. If you guys are good with that, we'll go with the two, because next Tuesday's our finance meeting, and I'll have all that information. What I'd like to do is reach out to each one of you and talk to you and just verify, and again, getting that list of committees and the list that was turned in and then review that, and I'll get with each person and submit that recommendations, and we'll have that for next Tuesday.
Commissioner Francisco and I, we have 911 together and we have a
Not
meeting
today.
today at 3:30, correct?
And again, I guess that would be, boy, you're just pulling all this stuff out, right?
Yes. Keeping track of our lives.
So again, you've been doing that for a while, Bert, or at least this past year, and I think you're comfortable doing that.
I am
Okay,
as well.
so we'll keep those two. Is there any other committees that are going to be happening between now and next Tuesday?
Can I just verify that? And I'm chair, I'm chair this year?
You are.
Okay, just so I understand.
County Parks is at 4:30 today.
Which one?
Afternoon is the planning commission meeting. And so it would typically on the planning commission, there is a representative. So
Okay, so how about we keep everything as it is until next Tuesday? Probably easier way to attack this. And then we'll go from there. If there are any changes, then I'll bring those changes back on Tuesday. Is everyone good with that? So we'll go with that for now. Okay, so we'll move on to the next action item, adoption of the rules of order for 2024. Everyone's had an opportunity to read through that, hopefully. Do we have any information or comments that anyone wants to share with that information? If not, I would look for a motion to approve the rules of order for 2024.
So moved.
Okay.
I'll support.
Moved and supported by Commissioner Peterson and Lalone. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Next item up is the approval for the per diem and mileage policy for 2024. I reviewed through that, did not have any questions. Does anybody have any questions or comments on that? Not, I would look for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion and support. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Do a roll call.
Roll call, yeah, okay. I gotta get used to this rule.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Osmer,
Yes.
Commissioner Lalone,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Francisco,
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski,
Yes,
Commissioner Francis. Did I say? I'm sorry. I think I missed somebody.
I'll vote twice.
Okay. Okay, so motion carried.
okay, next item is the approval, of the county depositories by the treasurer. There's a list of 7 financial institutions that we have been presented by the county treasurer. Look for a motion to approve that item.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Lalone
Support.
and motion support by Commissioner Fournier. Any questions regarding the county depositories? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Adoption Resolution 24-01. Public Acts of Public Act 20, Resolution, confusing, Resolution 2401, Act 20 of Public Acts 1943. Treasurer be presented, authorize the treasurer to invest surplus funds.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Osmer
I'll support.
and support by Commissioner Lalonde. Any discussion on that?
I would like her to bring her coffee cup to work.
I almost brought it today.
I was looking, I was hoping.
Discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Moving on to old business. Is there any other old business that we have to discuss? The only thing that I have that's old business that I'd like to bring up is one of the things I went through, last week. I think I would like to see this, topic of discussion at least brought forward was the, county snow blower. I was looking, or I was at work today, and there was discussion of, not a discussion, there was we needed to purchase the parts for the new snow blower, which is reserved 25,000, but when I went through the items through the county administrator notes that we get every month, unless it's up and running, I don't know, I've not heard of it. I'd like to, at least, what I would suggest is if
The other
Facilities.
block, Commissioner Konachevsky.
if the facilities committee would at least find out, or you could give an update to pass on the information. What I'd like is Steve Smogelski to at least update you or whoever the facilities chairman is, just so that way we can have some discussion and know where it is, because I know the fact that we're down to that one snow blower at the airport is, I mean, great, it's not snowing, but if we do have snow, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need another snow blower.
I did talk with Steve, and we made a tentative plan to move forward with that, but I will get with him and we'll get something ironed out and figure out exactly what it's gonna take to get it fixed.
Okay, so I'll leave that up to you to kind of communicate back to us where we are with that.
Yep, I will do that.
Okay, great. Is there any other old business that we need to discuss? If not, moving on to new business. The new business that we have is the approval of the county schedule fee for 2024. So what I'm looking for is a motion to approve the schedule, the county schedule fee. Or fee schedule.
I'll make a motion for the 2024 Alpena County fee schedule.
Motion by Commissioner Lalonde
I'll support.
and support by Commissioner Konachevsky. Any discussion? The only discussion that I would have, because when I read through it, I did not see, do you know what actually changed? Because I could not, based on this, I just see what the actual prices are this year, the fees are this year. Did we bend any of the fees significantly or even any, or is it pretty much the same?
It is pretty much the same as last year. The only real modification would be that there is now a reservation fee when you use the online booking system for the county parks. But other than that, the fee schedule really remained very much the same as 2023.
Okay. If there's no other discussion with that, I would, we have a motion in support. Guess this is related to fees, so roll call vote.
Commissioner Osmer,
Yes.
Commissioner Lalonde,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Francisco,
Yes.
Commissioner Konachevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski.
Yes. Okay. Next item is county administrative job posting review recommendation.
The previous chair, Bill Peterson, asked me to reach out to Mr. Walsh from Walsh Municipal Services in regards to a proposal, which you have in front of you. I also emailed it out. I did also reach out to MML. They do offer search services. There is a member price and a non-member price. So I have asked them to actually put together a proposal for us. So you will have that shortly to review. I believe the commissioners, some of you have also received information from a couple of other folks. My recommendation would be that you put a deadline, a cutoff for anyone else who might be interested in submitting a proposal to provide search or recruitment services for the county, so that you can be making a decision at the latest by the end of the month on a search firm. Mr. Walsh put forth a timeline, which I think seems like an excellent timeline for you, whether or not you go with Mr. Walsh's services or not, which puts you making a hire at the end of February with somebody to start sometime in March.
I did, actually, I reached out to the individual that emailed us. And I basically told her that, I said, you know, I don't know if anybody else was planning to reach out or has reached out. But I just wanted to kind of get some information on what their cost would be for us as well. And I just looked in my email. I don't have anything as of yet, but at least once I get that, I'll forward that to everybody and then we'll all have that as well. I don't know, what are you guys' thoughts on the search firms to review?
How long is it gonna take to get the other proposals?
MML should have one to me here in the next couple of days.
No.
Do it by the 15th of January? Get all the proposals in?
I see, that seems eminently reasonable to me. Is the 15th personnel? Sorry, I don't have the calendar in front of me. I think personnel is actually next week.
Personnel's next week.
Yeah. But you could, you know, solidify a timeline. If not today, then, you know, at personnel, which is actually the 9th, so it's next Tuesday.
I'm gonna actually, personnel's next Tuesday.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna actually see if we can move that, because I do, unfortunately, I have to be out of town next week due to a death in the family, so I'm actually gonna be gone for those 3 days during that week. So if we could push that back, do we have anything the following Tuesday that we could?
I don't see anything on the calendar. Kim, can you see if there's any, if this room is booked on the 16th?
No.
So you could, yes, you could just bump it back a week to the 16th and I can put a posting up on the website that said, you know, proposals would be due in by that end of the day on the 15th.
And I'm gonna be very needy here, and I'm gonna ask that if we could, again, I'll review the members that I will be on the personnel committee. If I'm still on it, well, actually, I don't need to be on it.
You would be an ad hoc member of all of the committees, ad hoc, pro
So-
tem, ex officio, thank you.
Why don't we just keep that if everyone's good with, if anyone has a problem with the Tuesday, if you're currently on the personnel, who's on the personnel right now? It's Jesse,
Commissioner Williams,
well, you're,
I'll put myself in for
so
person.
I'll figure that out. If everyone's good with the 9th, or not the 9th, the 15th, is it the 15th?
16th. I have no conflict. I can attend.
Okay, I'll review that, but if everyone's available.
What time will that be sitting at?
11 a.m. is the time that it usually is.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll schedule it for the 16th for now, and then, well, actually, to be honest with you. Now, yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that.
Not on my calendar. We can probably work around it because it is in the morning, but there is a benefits kickoff out at the sheriff's department that morning. But by 11, we should still be okay for a meeting.
We'll just ask that he keep it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good with that then. So, where were we? So I guess, so are we good with that then? We'll get those RFPs in and then we'll look at that and then we'll move forward with that on the next personnel committee.
So I will put something up on our website saying proposals would be due at the end, by the end of the day on Monday, the 15th, just so everyone is aware. Emma, the 15th is a county holiday, but it's okay. I can check. Make sure they're all in.
Okay. All right, so we're good with that. So moving on then, next item is public comment. Do we have any other public comment?
If I could. And I didn't know if I should public comment in the beginning or the end. I want to first thank the board for being able to work with you guys this past year. I know when I first decided to run for this position, I did so on trying to help balance the budget and trying to support sound policy. I'd like to think that I've done that over this past year. Moving forward, I put a lot of consideration into this. I didn't expect Mary Catherine leaving us this year, or very soon, to be honest. But I would, because my background, I think, is a good fit, I would like to be considered for the position of county administrator. And I would ask the board to allow me to recuse myself from any further discussion or votes pertaining to that position, for practical reasons.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments?
Are we going to post that position locally?
You certainly can, and that will be something that either personnel can discuss once you have all the RFPs. In whatever search firm you hire will do a posting for the position, and they will post it both locally and through their networks, and they will do some paid postings as well. Or, you guys can decide to run the search yourself, in which case then you would be making the postings. There's usually a fee associated with that. If you see, for instance, in the Walsh Municipal Services proposal breakdown, there's an extra fee which takes into account those different listings where you might post the job. For instance, MML has a job board. MAC, which is the Michigan Association of Counties, has a job board. There are various and sundry other associations that have job boards, as well as, kind of the usual suspects for posting of positions. Yep.
If that's it on public comment or any comment by the board, so nothing else, I would look for a motion to adjourn. Oh,
Do you need a vote to allow him to be excused?
Yes.
oh, yes, you're right, yes. So
No, they do.
So we do have the comment by Jesse to recuse himself. So I'd be looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to recuse Commissioner Osmer from voting.
Do we have a motion
Also.
and support? Any discussion on that? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. You're recused, Jesse.
Perfect. Jeff?
Okay. That's it. And no other comments, then I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Francisco and support by Peterson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right. We're done.